Dímelo, mi gente. What's up? It's your boy, Gus Miller Jewelry. Is it? All right, dog. You know what?
This is how we do it. This is called keep it going.
No. This is called a podcast, dog, because you know what? Things are unscripted, dog.
Is that what a podcast is?
Hell yeah. Jewelry. I got once again one of my all-time favorite guests. If you guys don't like him, I could care 3 Fs.
Yeah.
Because then you got to bleep them later. I'm not saying we're not cursing. We can't curse anymore.
We can't curse anymore.
We can't curse.
You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that I'm going to curse.
Surprise. No. Surprise, mother. And again, big time DJ down here. He is one of my boys. He's probably one of the people that I feel the most comfortable with talking on this podcast. And I'm not a professional actor. So guess what? We're going to keep rolling with you. People are going to love you. If you can follow him, where can they follow you on Instagram?
Melo the DJ.
Melo the DJ.
On every single platform, actually.
Once again,
Onlyfans.com at Melo the DJ as well.
Content only.
Maybe.
Once again, Melo, welcome to the podcast.
Gus got the clap, baby.
Can you come on? One more time.
Oh, we got
all 3 of us.
You don't tell me these things, dog.
I understand that I don't tell you these things, but they're kind of like impromptu.
You expect me to just? Oh,
yeah, but they're kind of impromptu. Ready?
Okay.
Melo, welcome to the podcast.
Hey. Gus finally got the clap, baby. Let's go.
I've gotten it a couple times. Do you want it lower? No, I don't want it lower. Oh, the shorts? Where? Oh, Melo shorts.
What's wrong with my shorts, dog? It's 2023.
Bobble, your shorts are riding high,
They are riding high, dog. I like my legs.
Yeah, your shorts are. And here's the thing.
Go
You
ahead.
also have freakishly white legs, my boy.
Yeah, I do. But
So let's
what?
focus
Okay,
in
but
on
here's the thing, too. You're also putting these lights.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying, dog? I'm going to blame it on the lights, dog.
You're going to blame the pail on your lights?
Yeah, dog. Yeah, of course.
Right,
I just
cool.
literally went to the pool the other day.
Here's the thing. We're starting the podcast with lies.
No, it's not.
Lies and denial.
First of all, you started it off with a lie by saying big time DJ Melo. That's off rip, the first lie. Secondly, though, I do want to say I want to be introduced as co-host, dog. I've been here enough that I should be a co-host now.
Damn. Is it going to be like Dan Levitard and Stugatz or the
No,
Dan Levitard Stugatz?
No.
Remember, he lobbied
no.
to have
How did that go? No.
So it's not Gus Villa and Melo podcast. It's Gus Villa with...
No, I want to be like Beetlejuice and Howard Stern.
I come in with an intro music.
What are you doing here, Melo? Not much, just hanging around.
Just hanging around. Who, me?
That's who I want. I don't want to be. I don't want the name. I don't care. No. But like now, it's been like 4 times I've been on this thing. Like at some point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, screw it. You're a co-host.
Yeah, we're like the Marlins commentators. What are their names? We're those guys.
I mean, I remember. OG.
We're like Hawk and Crowder. How about that?
Ooh, shout out to Miami Radio.
Yeah, I love that.
I love Hawk and Crowder.
It's the best radio show, literally, right now.
Yeah, it is.
It's the best radio show right now.
Yeah.
The sports radio, yes.
I've gotten into, and this is going to be crazy, my boy, shout out to my boy Gallo, who got me back into Levitard. Sponsored by DraftKings. Yeah,
I haven't.
They don't give a shit no more, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
It's like the Wild Wild West.
But it's almost too much. You know what I mean?
It is almost too much.
Then that's why I stopped liking it.
Because they go off track on tangents.
They go super like us.
Yeah,
basically. That's why nobody watches us either.
That's why we're only gonna get like 200 views on this podcast.
Best. And like the views is gonna be like the first 5 minutes maybe, and then that's it. After that, you're gonna see the analytics just dive.
There's something to be said about podcasts that make you feel like you're in the middle of the room. And those are my favorite podcasts.
What do you mean? I don't know what that means.
So as an example, so like let's say for instance, like there's a bunch of podcasts out there that are just like your boys. Like for instance, what's that podcast? Bad Friends with Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee. They're 2 boys. They're both comedians. Obviously, they're hilarious, right? And it genuinely feels when you talk to them or when you listen to the podcast, I should say, that it's like you're in the room and you're just having fun.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some of the jokes are even inside jokes, but because you're listening to it on a personal level, you're like,
you get it.
Yeah, like, oh, this is pretty funny. Bobby Mara.
And that's, you know what's crazy? That's the thing. Maybe that's why I suck at this, because I don't watch podcasts or listen to podcasts.
Let's start off by bringing this mic a little bit down.
Is that how it works? Well, you didn't tell another thing. You give me a checklist, dog. You want the clap. You want the mic.
You're like if I brought my dad to a podcast. He's like, oh, is this?
I'm like the dad taking the picture on Facebook. the profile picture on Facebook.
down and up.
Con la papa así. No,
Triple chinning it.
Yeah, Enrique Ortiz.
That's exactly what that is. Mike down.
Because I don't, come on, dude. I'm a DJ,
Yeah,
dog. I'm
I
not
get it.
you know what I mean? Well, now I'm a podcaster because I'm a co-host on your show. So.
You're the co-host on the show. It's down and up.
Down and up, huh?
Oh, okay. So, hey, all right. So let me introduce. Wait, hold on. God damn, creep, calm the
dog. I'm
F
chilling,
down,
dog.
man. No. Listen,
Look at how little my shorts are, dog. You think I'm not chilling right now, Bubble? I'm chilling.
You're being unorganic, bro.
You want to talk about being in the middle of the room?
I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. We have Creep. Creep is the producer. I mean, half-ass producer at best.
He's the worst, honestly.
He's the guy who edits the videos. Unfortunately, I apologize so much that you guys have to endure this mediocrity.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable, dog. But whatever.
Go look back at our first episode, Bagadue.
Yeah.
You'll see what the kind of work that you're gonna get with Creepy, no? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the first episode that he recorded the pre-recorded screen on each one of the cameras.
And then he has the audacity to get mad at me right now for asking him, "Oh yeah, the camera
SD card in there? It's the least
like
you
just
could
the
do, bro.
very bare minimum, dog. I have to drive here 45 minutes in traffic to come over here and get
an excuse 2 days from now saying, "Hey, this didn't work."
Yeah. So that's it.
What do you want me to do?
Didn't work, man. I'll see you next week.
Mediocrity, my friends.
Okay, dog. I'll see you next week.
That's straight mediocrity. That's straight mediocrity.
Literally the definition of mediocrity.
No. I have to deal with this every day, dog. Unfortunately,
I'm upset now, dog.
No. It's
I was having a good time. My shorts are small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing Nike socks with Adidas.
Which is a crime.
Which is a super crime.
Super crime.
But that's how chilling I am.
Yeah.
This
You know is absolute chill.
I'm super chill
because you think that the producer does his job,
and that you just have to show up and talk.
No. That's not like that.
No,
that's not like that.
I should have came in here in jeans and slacks, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Tux.
Yeah, Papo, because to at least make up for it.
All right, guys. Anyway, so the way we're going to do this podcast now is not so that we don't get off on disgusting tangents. Like we just did right now. We are going to break it down into 5 topics that are trending as we speak. Now, if you think for a goddamn second that we planned this correctly, we quite literally smashed a whiskey Coke before coming up here.
I just want to go on record to say that I did it.
He did it. And we thought about 5 trending things on Twitter. Are they interesting? No. Are they going to get too political? No, because who cares? That's not this show. We are going to talk about stupid shit, and we're going to talk about funny shit, and it might be interesting. It might not. You know what? Chances are 90% of the podcasts that we're going to do are probably not going to be any good. Let's be serious. However, if you stick around for the ride, we're going to talk a little smack, and you're probably going to get a little informed, and you're going to get the opinion of 2 people that have absolutely no idea what we're talking about.
At minimum, you're just going to see 2 fucking morons. Oh, damn, I cursed.
Yeah,
bleep
come
that.
on.
Oh yeah, put your job open.
Bleep it,
that's
bro.
why we have a guy.
That's
we have a guy,
and
you know, whatever.
That's not saying much, my brother.
Yeah, at the very least, you're gonna have 2 morons out here talking, and it's gonna be funny to just look at.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like,
at the very least,
like the banana on the wall, and it was worth something. This might still be worth something.
That happened at our Basel. A lot of people don't understand that reference. It was $250,000.
It was dumb.
I'm not saying.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hit me with the. You didn't get it.
No.
You didn't get it. You don't know art. Like, okay, I thought you were gonna hit me with that, dog. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? My bad, dog.
I saw your eyes light up, and I was like, "What are you so mad about?"
I thought you were gonna hit me with that. Dog. That was actually Art Basel. That's kind of what you did, dog. And I was like, "Oh, wait a second, dog."
People don't understand the reference of a banana taped to a wall.
Oh, okay,
not that it was some.
I'm on edge. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
That it was some introspective piece of art that was life changing.
A lot of people don't get the reference. You don't get it.
Have you ever been
that's
a
off limits?
Have you ever felt the pains
of a taped banana? Okay. Anyways, dog, ya estoy sudando, dog.
Yeah,
Look at these lights.
No. I got these lights because Creep said that these lights were supposed to be like, oh, this is what podcasts have.
Dog,
or whatever.
I feel, dog, like I don't know,
like
dog,
a hot dog
like an egg.
and
like
a
you know when they put the
just spin around, cooking, dog. That's exactly what it's awful.
Una empanada, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a little chunkier. I'm not like a hot dog.
Yeah.
But
And you're dressed kind of like an empanada.
Yeah,
right,
almost a little bit. But anyways.
So yeah, so first topic. Let's talk. Let's ease into the topic of what's happening right now. I'm going to take my phone out because this is super unprofessional. But here we go. Here goes the headline. It's on A&P, the Associated Press. Oh. It says, bottle of most sought after Scotch whiskey to come under the hammer at Sotheby's in London next month. It reads, a bottle of Scotch at Sotheby's is calling the most sought after Scotch is set to go for auction next month with an estimated price of 1.2 million pounds.
What is that? Can you do that in dollars? Can you?
Yeah,
I don't know what pounds.
I think it's like a $1.5 million for a bottle of Scotch. What are your thoughts about that?
How big is the bottle?
I don't know. Probably like
cares,
a 750.
Right? It's one.
Yeah, I don't care if it's the factory.
Like why? No, but I don't know about alcohol like that. Like
$1.45 million.
Yeah,
that's
I don't understand.
Crazy.
I just don't. Bro, what's the backstory there?
Here's the thing. Piggybacking off what you said about a fucking taped banana to the wall, that happened. The reference I was speaking about is that happened in Miami. Somebody taped a bottle or a banana with a piece of Scotch tape and sold it for $250 million or $250,000, and somebody actually bought it, right? And then the banana, you know, whatever, it rotten, yeah, and it was a whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. And like people are. We can get really in depth of what's shit worth to anybody, right? So like I'm always like there you know, I sell products like, for instance, silver that don't have much value to it. And so people call me and they're just like, yo, bro, that's trash, dog. Like, why do you buy and why do you do silver and why do you like sell silver in general or any sort of product that I have? More specifically, it gets even more in depth when it comes to watches. So as an example, there's a Submariner. Submariners were released in 1953. Around that same time, they were doing collabs with, or a little bit later, they were doing collabs with Tiffany, and they would sell boutique Tiffany Submariner. Exactly, a collab.
You said right. Collabs.
Yeah, collab. That's what the youngins do. You want to do a little collab?
Is that how it is now?
Yeah. So these people started doing collabs, right? And they would stamp your Submariner Tiffany and Co. And so now, if you were to look after or try to buy one of these, if it's an original with an original Submariner with an original Tiffany stamp, they are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. You wear that, and it tells the time exactly the same way as anything else.
Yeah, but it's different. I think.
But ultimately, it's because value is strictly placed on how much somebody is willing to pay for that particular thing. So we may go back there and say, oh, $1.2 million, $1.5 million, however much it is for a bottle of Scotch is insane.
Yeah.
Is insane. However, if you're in the Scotch world and you collect Scotches and $1.5 million for this ultra rare Scotch that I don't know what it has that makes it $1.5 million, I don't knock it, honestly. Because guess what? My Grail watch is a 6269 Daytona Paul Newman. And it's because it has these Arabic dials and all the things, of which I will wear a $250 to $350 to $500,000 watch that anyone is going to look at it and not even know what it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
But because I put value to that, right, it's worth that.
Okay, so that's what's happening with that Scotch, because...
yeah. God damn it, I just poured my heart out.
All right. I mean, yeah, you could have probably cut it shorter, but you know, whatever. I mean, what?
Look, I'll give you an example so that you could relate a little bit more. In DJ, fix your goddamn mic.
Do it again.
Yeah,
though. Okay,
come on.
It's gonna
but
take
put the
me a
thing
couple
down.
tries,
Put the thing down for the love of
what
Christ.
Is this? I don't even.
Guys, I apologize for the unprofessionalism. I mean, Christ Almighty. I'll put it into text that means more to you, and maybe there's a different way to define it, because when I tell you the example, you're gonna be like, okay, but there is something that we can measure it by, right? You're a DJ.
Right.
That's what you do. There is a reason why people will pay triple, quadruple what it costs to hire some Joe Schmo for $200 every 3 hours that they pay for you. And it's because you hold some sort of value. There's more demand for you. There's other people trying to book you, blah, 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 blah. It's almost in a way similar to that.
Yes, I get what you're saying, but what's the okay, so the ROI in DJ,
I knew you were going to say that.
Right?
I knew you were going to say that.
Is you get a better experience, right?
Yeah. And a bar and the bar sales and whatever.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, right, correct. All of that. What do you do with a $1.5 million bottle? You can't even drink that. You just got to say you have it.
Yeah.
Like, that's your ROI to say that I have it. Like, Okay, I have it.
No, that's the thing. Like I get it because there is that measurement. There is that metric that you could say as a club owner. Like when Melo plays, our bar tab at the end of the month or at the end of the night is $80,000.
Right.
When he doesn't play, it's $40,000. So I can quantify that into
Those are
ROI.
real stats, by the way, everybody.
Yeah. So you could quantify that. Now, can you do that? No, but there's also a subtlety to like just, again, without getting too deep into that, like just the artistic value that you put behind things. For instance, I'm really big into watches, and watch variances are so incredibly nuanced,
right?
And to the naked eye, stupid, let's be serious, that you could sit there and say, why would you pay so much money? For instance, a 1973 sub would probably run you, I don't know, let's say vintage $20,000. But because it has a Tiffany & Co. stamp on it, it's now between $44,000 and $48,000.
Right. But even the watches is, maybe I might not realize it, right? But then maybe you're walking around and there's a guy that knows about watches and looks at that and is gonna be like, yo, that's the Tiffany & Co. Da-da-da-da. And then you're gonna, whatever. You're not gonna be walking around with a bottle of scotch parading it around like it's the queen.
But that's
you
the thing.
What I'm saying?
But that's the thing. So most people will react exactly like that because they're not in the world of scotches.
Right.
That's my point. So if all you do is you and your boys collect bottles of scotch, and you know this as the holy grail. I know it's ridiculous.
So it's for the group chat. So the group chat could be lit. So in the group chat, the guy's like, "Hey boys, guess the fuck what? Look what I just bought, 1.5 milli."
In a way, bro. Look,
for the group chat.
In a way, you do it. It's a flex. It's 100%.
But who are you flexing on?
Other people in the Scotch world.
In the Scotch world.
Yeah, there are other people that are into it.
Okay.
Like
Scotch Wars.
Think of it like in shoes, bro. Think of it in shoes. Like,
yeah. But the thing is that you're wearing the shoe. You could still wear the shoe and parade it around. You can't parade around a bottle. Like nobody's gonna know outside of your group chat that you have a $1.5 million bottle of scotch. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's the difference.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but also because I'm so into watches and because I understand that, I'm also like, I get it. I kind of get it because like I said,
even the watches are not the same thing.
Yeah, but it is though. But it is like the thing about it is you are if your world all it is. Yeah, you're super riding more, my boy. Yeah,
whatever.
We're gonna have to censor you. You're gonna have to blur that out, my boy. They're gonna demonetize this podcast. Dude,
they keep getting higher every time I look up,
dude. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like if you're in that world and what you know is scotches, again, because just as obscure scotches is, the only difference is that watches may not be as obscure, but to the common person, watches are insanely obscure.
Yeah.
And so maybe we just don't know that world. I mean, if it's at Sotheby's, fool, this isn't like...
Yeah, I don't even know what that is either.
Sotheby's and Christie's are the two biggest auction houses in the world.
Okay.
They grab the most sought-after items, the most rare items, and they auction them. Of anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay, and they auction them. So if they're at Sotheby's and it's $1.5 million, and that's what they think that it's going to go, there's obviously a huge underworld of people that collect. Just like they collect anything else. Legos.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You get what I'm saying? And I think that if you will become a collector,
that's actually a better, out of all things, a Lego example.
But you know what I mean?
That one
like,
shut me down.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, if you are a collector, you understand why people are going to spend that money. And if you are even more so a collector of like things that are rare, you also understand the price points. It's like, bro, like how many times have you watched like the Antique Roadshow and they'll bring in like a horse. And it'll be like a little play horse with like a little, cowboy on it. And they give it to the presenter, and the presenter starts like crying. And he's like, "Oh, this is
just breaks down in tears."
Like he's like, "This is insane! Like I'm so excited, like I'm trembling." And I was like, "Pablo, it's a toy." You know what I mean? But in the underworld of like people who collect vintage Americana toys, which is a thing, that's like the holy grail of like that thing.
I mean, I get it. I get it. It's just like it's still scotch, right? So how much there should be a cap on that, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe it was like $50K. I'll be like, all right, I get it, but 1.5, like at this point, like who's buying that?
Where does it end?
Yeah, no, yeah, where does it end? And like who's buying that? Like, it has to be a billionaire.
Yeah,
Right? It has to be like a billionaire.
Dude, $1.5 million for a bottle of scotch. I'll be damned.
Because you're never gonna drink it. You're never gonna drink it.
Never gonna drink it.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
never
just
gonna drink
literally
it.
have it there.
Yeah,
it's
no,
an ornament.
I pay $230 once every million years.
What are you
on
having a
bottle
seizure? Relax.
No,
guy.
I'm trying to burp, and I'm trying to like
Jesus.
speak at the same time. And I buy it on a bottle of blue, and it's like, I think that I'm like
Yeah,
balling out of
no.
control.
And then you don't want to drink
Yeah,
it.
don't talk to me that day.
You're like the devil wears Prada.
Yeah, don't talk to me that day, my boy. Like I'm not even answering a phone call.
And I would be like, yeah, dog, I get that, dog.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you buy that bottle and you're like, oh yeah, I just bought a bottle of blue.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
yeah. Ooh, what we celebrating? What's
group
happening?
chat's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
But if you were like, oh yeah, I bought a $1.5 million bottle of scotch, I'd slap you, dog. I'd
Yeah.
be like,
No, I'll
"Papo."
slap myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll
You know what I
slap
mean? Like
myself. Yeah,
there should be a cap.
I get it.
You know what I
but
mean?
also,
Even if there is an underworld, even if there is, I don't know. I just feel like it's
just not worth it to you, which is
but
ultimately
but
what
like,
depends.
But if you're gonna, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that because now we're going way too much on this. But if you're gonna buy that, you can't really parade it around. So what? You're just gonna be telling people about it? Like I get if you want to have a cool pair of shoes, a watch, because again you could wear it. We're gonna have a shirt that says, "Hey, I own a $1.5 million bottle of scotch."
Yeah.
No, you're gonna buy the thing. It's gonna be news for a week, and then we're gonna move on, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then again, if you have the money and you want to spend it, who the hell are we? You know what I'm saying?
got you. Okay.
Next.
All right, hit me with your topic here because you're so prepared.
Wait.
Sorry,
Hold on a second. I looked at my phone like if I had it. You know what I mean? Like, hold on. Yeah, no. Espérate.
no, for sure. Hold on, Doug. I got it. I screenshotted it. Why? What's up?
I have no idea.
What are we gonna
DJ Envy.
Oh,
DJ
here we go.
Envy.
Okay, so tell me about this because this is happening right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't
so
know
this is
either.
news to me. Okay, but just read the article. Damn it.
There is no article. It's like you
Okay,
have
well
to,
then
like,
tell me what you
read
know,
the
and then maybe we'll
tweets
just
and
kind of
all
go
this
off
stuff.
that.
So
Guys, I
basically-
apologize for the. Yeah, I apologize for
This is
the
probably gonna be
unorganization.
inaccurate. So apparently they
No, we thought we were gonna be like part in the interruption, where it was gonna, it was gonna be like a timer. And we talk about it and like a green screen.
You're like,
whipping
okay,
on our
well, give me
phones.
your topic. I'm like, wait, hold on a second, dog. So basically, dog, they like raided the DJ
Okay, so
Envy offices.
what's happening? What's
the
happening?
feds raided his offices because he was in this like real estate
Scam.
well, yes, it's a scam, but I wanted to kind of like be for it to be a surprise, but whatever. He got into this like real estate. I don't know. I'm trying new things here,
okay,
dog.
go ahead.
You know,
Give me the
whatever, dog.
suspense. Give me the suspense.
No, it's done. You ruined it, dog.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
So he was doing this real estate business, and he was with some dude, and I guess he explained it to like his boys. One of his boys was like Joe Budden. He mentioned a couple other guys, but whatever. Joe Budden tells him like, dude, this sounds like a Ponzi scheme, dog, and you're gonna go to jail.
Oh, really?
Right? I don't know how long ago he told him this, but like he was talking about that on like, I don't know, some kind
Do
of.
they have evidence of him saying that? Like just saying like, oh,
No,
they just
they
saying.
DJ Envy spoke in an interview telling him like if, for example, if I was like, oh, I'm into this real estate business or whatever, and I told Gus and Creep about it, and freaking Creep told me like, yo, that sounds like a scam. Like he was just like, imagine me on this podcast talking like that. That's what he was basically doing. So he said it himself, like Joe Budden told him like, yo, that sounds like a Ponzi scheme, and you're probably gonna go to jail, dog.
But what was the scheme? Like, do you know?
Basically, he didn't do it. Like DJ Envy kind of like invested into it and promoted it, being that he has a platform. But the main guy is the guy that got arrested, like his partner, I guess, in this. Right? So his partner came
Almost
up
like
to
a
him.
fire fest, and then like he's Ja Rule.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So like,
So he was like, he did it, but like he didn't really do it.
right. But he had money in it.
Sure.
Right? So like, you kind of also are guilty, no?
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. No, 1,000% you are. Yeah,
I mean, you know, but at the same time, where do you draw the line too? Like maybe he didn't know it was like a scam.
Yeah.
Like he just promoted it and he invested into it and he was like, yo, if I invest into this and I promote it, I'm gonna make some extra money.
Right.
And like, you know what the crazy part and the worst part, I guess, about it is that like he was like I guess he was like talking about this stuff a lot, this real estate business that he was in, and like they asked him, like, you know, you seem to be like passionate about it or like whatever, like why? And he's like, yo, I want to show like my community that like we can advance and we can move forward. And like he was using this as like this like grand thing of like, yo, man, we can all do this and we can.
Oof. And now you look like a jerk off. Oh
Yeah, dog.
my God. So it was all a
That's
scam.
so,
None of
like,
it was real.
none of it was real. But to me is maybe I'm biased because he's a DJ and I got love for my DJs, dog. But like, I don't feel like it was his fault. He didn't know. You know what I mean? Like that's like his boy. It was probably his boy that was like, oh, I have some bread, dog, and this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. And like you kind of just don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you kind of do. I've been offered things like that, and like not like real estate, but like more like loans and all this stuff. Like, and I'm like, nah, dog. Like that doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
But like, who knows, bro? The guy probably painted a good picture and all this stuff, and was like, bro, I can get this guy to promote for this, and I know it's a scam, but it's whatever.
That's the crazy thing about like having social media influence in general and having that insane power to be able to move the needle just because of your opinion and the trust that you build with the crowd. And like I mean, look, I don't know what the details of how he was scamming, if he knew it was a scam. Like, I don't know that someone would put their whole reputation on the line.
That's what I'm saying.
Knowing
especially
that,
he had like that's why I brought it up. He had like good intentions behind it, right? Like,
you don't know. We don't know for sure, right? Like, who the hell knows?
Right.
But like, I look at myself like myself right now, or just anybody, and I put myself in the shoes of like that dude. Like, if you are a radio host or whatever the hell you are, right? And all of a sudden somebody comes in and pitches you like this beautiful idea, and that's your boy, and he's like, for all intents and purposes of him being completely ignorant to it, is giving you all this information that you're essentially believing based on the friendship that you have with this person. And then all of a sudden they tell you that it's a lie, bro. Like, if he did it knowingly, if he didn't know shit, like, and he was just wilding out and all of a sudden this happens, then that sucks. And there's going to be a lot of people, regardless of that feel that he has some blame into it.
He does. He didn't mean for it, but he does.
Yeah. No, and that's the responsibility that you have as a person with the quote unquote label as an influencer. Because at the end of the day, like, for instance, I can come on and be like, oh yeah, dog, you know what's crazy, bro? This beard oil that like has changed my life, and I'm all about this stupid shit. And then tomorrow, this beard oil like makes your hair fall off
and causes cancer, immediate cancer, stage 4.
Like you're done, right? And then like I come out and I had all the intentions of it not being true, but yet I still have some blame to that.
Yeah. You do.
And
that's what I'm saying,
it's merely because if you put yourself in a position to where now you're going to have an audience of people that you have some sort of influence over, that type of responsibility is the word responsibility. Huge. It's huge, man. And there are so many people that sit there and like wipe their hands free. Like, for instance, the Fire Fest. Like, Ja Rule was like, "Oh, I didn't know he was scamming." You know what I mean? Like, Papo, it's not about that, dog. Like, you
were going hard for this, cause
super hard for this, and God knows how long, Envy was going hard for it or whatever, or how he was trying to convince new investors to spend all their money. And who's gonna look out for them? They're out thousands and thousands of dollars.
Like, Envy's probably chilling. He probably lost a chunk of money, but he's probably still chilling.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
But there's people that put their life savings on that. That's a big responsibility,
bro? Can you imagine? And then, like, how do you manage that? Like, you know what I mean? How do you manage something that you genuinely thought was real, and for it to be 100% a sham, dog? Like, that happens all the time, bro. And like without me going any further, bro, like, that could happen to literally us now.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why they have those things now where it's like, oh, like, if you're going to put something or you're going to make it an ad or whatever, you have to say that this is a sponsored video, or you have to say that this is an
that
ad.
What that's for?
Yeah. Because when that whole Firefest thing happened, if you look at the thing, it was a 100% complete irresponsibility of those models that went out there. This is when you didn't have to say any of that.
Yeah.
So they basically went out there, partied, put it all up on their social media. The shit blew up, and then everybody wanted to go to Firefest, right? And they took zero responsibility over what happened. Now, I understand this guy who masterminded this whole insane festival that never was going to happen was a disaster, right? I get that. But now, to cover the influencer, branding, whatever it is that you're doing out there, now that's why it shows like hashtag ad, or you put hashtag like sponsored, so that you know that at the end of the day, no matter what the opinion is about to come out, you must take into effect the fact that there's someone paying for you.
This. Yeah, they have an interest in this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like, I could be like, oh, no, these hats are raw, whatever. But at the end of the day, hashtag ad. Because if you put that hat on and your hair starts falling off, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be like, oh, well, it was an ad. They paid
ad,
me.
all right? Hashtag ad.
Hashtag ad, my boy.
Chilling.
I'm good. I'm chilling, dog. I'm chilling.
I let you know, dog.
Yeah, I let you know, fool. I let you know it was an ad, dog. Come after
Yeah,
me.
but maybe Envy did it too. Granted, I don't know, the scheme, it was a Ponzi scheme. So the guy said that invest this much money into this property and you're going to get 30% return like within a month or something like that. And nobody got a dime. He just kept doing this and kept doing it. I mean, that's what a Ponzi scheme is. And he kept doing it and kept doing it.
Homie just made off.
He just...
The Jay-Z line. Hey.
Yeah, dog. So imagínate.
Yeah. See,
But,
that's what I'm saying. It goes back to the responsibility of having an influence. And I think that as much, even if Envy had nothing to do with it, you still had everything to do with it.
Yeah.
And there's some sort of responsibility that has to go on.
And like, what's crazy is think about it like this. Like, I don't even know the other dude's name, but I know it's DJ Envy.
That's
and all over Twitter, what's
crazy.
trending is DJ Envy, not the other guy who's actually at fault. So it's like you got to be careful with all this stuff, dog. Especially like you said, it's a responsibility that you have. Do your due diligence, dog. That's why it's your fault. You didn't do your due diligence.
Yeah, man. I
can't say that word.
Yeah,
Diligence.
Do your due diligence.
You know what I mean? Put some captions. Call it a day. Dog.
Yeah, like, look, man, you know what sucks also, bro? Like, I do reviews, right? I do reviews for like other companies or whatever, and I'm like talking about new brands or whatever it is, and I try to be. What was that? That was kind of disgusting.
The thing is, I needed like a water.
Yeah,
or
but that was a little. Yeah, well, wait for our executive producer to bring you some water,
That's what I was
brother.
telling him because he didn't even understand me saying
no.
I need water. Like, I mean, what else do you want me to say?
Yeah,
dog? You hear me here choking every 2 seconds, dog. Like you should already, But
you're not getting shit.
I mean,
so I do these reviews, right? And as much as I give my honest opinion, I think that sometimes, regardless of what I do, the most important thing that I have to talk about is like what my genuine opinion about the product is. And let me explain to you why. There are a lot of people that do reviews, or a lot of people that just talk about other people like as this is my opinion based on that. And it's crazy to me how much a connection celebrities, influencers, and I'm not in one way considering my celebrity. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like how much importance people give to people's opinion on certain things. And you do it in, let's say, for instance, it's a normal thing. Let's say, for instance, it's a regular thing where Creep tells me, bruh, you gotta eat this ramen at this place, right? Because it's Creep, I'm going to give it a genuine, like, weight. That opinion is gonna have weight to it. So I'm gonna go have some ramen at this place.
Right.
It's the same type of weight that you give to people that you follow on social media. And that happens to me in my personal like social media where people will tell me, hey man, what do you think about this? And based on what I think about it, they will make a decision to spend money or not. Envy is in the same position on a much bigger scale and a much more credibility than I have. But even on, if you were to break it down and lower it down to these little small, like,
it's the same thing.
It's the same
just like,
thing.
Maybe there's more money involved.
Maybe there's more money, exactly like that.
I mean, it's
so,
real estate.
And I'm not trying to wipe my hands clean of this. What I'm saying is like it's a huge responsibility, and sometimes it's the reasons why I don't do it because that type of guilt. Like for instance, one of my boys, shout out to my boy Angel Kuwano. He's a huge social media influencer on YouTube when it comes to like chains and stuff and accumulating chains and jewelry space in general. And he says he likes a particular brand, that brand blows up, bro. It's like the Angel effect.
Yeah.
He says it's cool, and because he has so much weight and so many people that value his opinion, the minute he says, okay, cool, that's what I want. And let's say, for instance, that particular brand starts taking a shit. And their brand and they don't start delivering it, the chain comes out banged up, or something is wrong. Then they go back to him, and he tells me, and they're like trying to mob at the end of like outside of his house.
Him?
Yeah, hell yeah, and it's happened to me, bro. It's happened to me with like a brand that I did a good review on, and they came out, and the guy, the chain faded in 3 weeks, and he's like, bro, you told me this was a great chain, and I was like. What can I say, bro? Like, what can I had to eat it, fool? I had to eat that. I was like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I was about to be like, oh, I'll give you a refund. Ain't even my chain. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is, dog.
That's how guilty you felt. You almost
how
sent them
guilty
one of your
I
own
feel,
chains,
yeah,
dog. Like, hey,
dude.
dog, here's a refund and here's a chain.
Dog.
And here's a hat, dog.
Here's a go
It's
GBJ.
like a whole care package that you sent.
It's like that, bro. So like, as much as it's his fault, I also feel for him. Like I
it
empathize
sucks,
with that.
man. No, it sucks. Off rip. I'm not. I mean, it's his fault, but I'm also not really blaming him.
Yeah, and the mob effect of people wanting to like go after them, like it's so easy to sit there and be like, what a scumbag, this guy sucks. Like it's always like that. If you look on every Instagram comment, like if you look at the comments, the most negative one is the one that the most people like. It's always
when
like
you look
that.
at anything, and you look at anything, if you're trying to post on like Instagram or social media, they tell you like people love negative. And that sucks, but whatever. That's the reality.
That's the reality of it. It doesn't matter what you have to say. I'm
Yeah.
going to say something negative because I want people to agree with me, and we're all going to just be negative.
We're all gonna like try to get a GBJ care package.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Now people are gonna hit you up even if the chains are good and be like, I hate it. And you're gonna be sending out chains. Oh yeah, ever since that podcast, dog, I've been having to send hats to everyone.
I printed out 30 hats and they're all gone.
It was just apologies, refunds. It's getting out of hand.
Yeah,
dog.
dude, it's like that. So I feel for him, bro.
Yeah, dog. I mean, especially he's a DJ, dog. You know what I mean? Like, that's,
Is he a DJ though?
you know,
Is he a DJ?
Whatever, though.
Yeah,
he's a DJ.
All right, next
You know?
topic. All right.
That is your turn.
All right, here
go
we-
ahead and your laundry list over there that you have. Like organizado, dog.
Yeah.
Look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him.
No.
No.
So I'm stalling. I want to talk
Go ahead.
about a topic that's that I'm coming up with on top of my head right now.
This is literally a freestyle battle right now, dog. This is B Rabbit and Papa Doc.
Well,
Go
I
ahead,
know
Red.
something.
God damn it.
dog.
But you're Papa Doc right now.
Yeah, I'm Papa Dockin. I went to private school, dog.
Yeah. My name is
So-
Clarence.
So I'm going to talk about a comment that I genuinely don't want to talk about, but it is so ridiculously trending and it is everywhere. I don't know the full story, and I'm probably the worst person to be talking about this shit, and I can't even believe I'm going to do it, but guess what? It's happening.
is.
Here it is. This Jada Pinkett Smith, Will
You
Smith.
see? Okay, hold on. Time out. Let's
It's
go
so
back. Look,
cringe
no,
for
time
me
out.
to say it. I'm
Yeah,
doing
no,
this for
it's
the
super
content. No, you know what? We're not going to talk about that.
No, we're going to talk about it now. No, because here's the
thing.
thing, dog. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm upset about, dog.
Okay.
I'm not upset that we're talking about
be-
because that's actually a good time. It's still I think it's a cool topic.
Okay, all right.
Like, I'm all about entertainment, dog. And I have a lot to say. No, I don't have a lot to say about it. But it's like, there is things to say about it. But you see how you just delivered that and there was suspense and there was surprise and all that? That's what I wanted to do with the last topic and you took it away from me, dog.
Yeah.
So, you know, imagine I would have been like, Jada Pinkett. That's what you were talking about, Jada Pinkett.
You just ruined it, you dumbass.
That's what you know.
Yeah,
But anyways,
yeah,
dog,
yeah.
I digress. Yeah.
So,
What
Jada
do you know about it? Because
So look, dog, again, bro, I am so oblivious. I walk around in oblivion to pop culture, what the hell's happening, because I'm a big believer in if these people read a magazine about Gus Villa jewelry, would they give a shit about me? So then why the hell would I care about them? And I literally live my entire life like that. I don't care. I can't name to you who the hell the Kardashians is. I genuinely can't even recognize them. I don't
well, that's
care.
different. But
I
Will
don't care
Smith
for
and
any of them.
Jada have value in life.
They have nothing.
What do you mean they have nothing, dog? They put out great film.
Yeah, okay.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay, that's fine.
Pursuit
But
of Happiness,
but
You Didn't Cry?
But that's the show. That's the movie.
Set it
not
off.
him.
Jada Pinkett.
I separate the artist from the person unless they're doing some crazy shit like, you know, R. Kelly, like like
Damn, dog, he has so
that's
many
dark.
bangers, dog.
Oh my god,
Why
Remix
did
to
you
Ignition.
have to?
I want to play it so bad, dog, but then I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like
Still-
a rapist.
I'll tell you
I feel like let's Remix to
Or like,
Ignition.
you can't even like bump and grind. Like that's not even cool. You know what I mean? I used to play that all the time,
Because
dog.
it's such a banger, dog. That's
such
R.
a
Kelly's
banger.
a banger,
And
but
then
you
you dropped
literally
that, "My
feel
mind's
like
gonna
I feel like I'm on an episode of Dateline.
Or like Ignition, dog. Ignition was the song of my middle school like
God.
prom. You know what I mean?
And then the remix. Are you talking about the remix?
the
'Cause no one-
remix.
yeah, no one listens.
Yeah, dog. Like, yeah, no one is really talking
Babo,
about
Crystal
Ignition.
poppin'. on a stretch navigator,
dog.
We got food everywhere.
As if the party was catered, dog. That's sick, dog.
Poetry,
Bounce,
Papo.
bounce, bounce, bounce. That's poetry. Bounce,
There's
bounce,
like that's
bounce.
up there with Edgar Allan Poe, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That is like Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, but you can't
that
play it anymore.
sucks, dog. You know what? It is one song that I still play of his.
Even though?
Yes.
Oh, you're savage.
I am a savage.
What
dog.
is it? I believe. I can.
No, and that's another
That's
one.
bro.
My daughter Olivia watched Space Jam, and she like was listening to it, and I was like, she was like into the song, and I'm like, damn, dog, do I let it keep going or like do I stop? Because then I can explain why.
Yeah, because she's like, why'd you stop the song?
Yeah, and it's such a beautiful song because it is. I mean,
it's a
really
gorgeous
serious.
song.
It's a beautiful song. I
It
get
touches
goosebumps
me.
thinking about
It
it.
touches me. Touches me.
Not in that way, but it does touch me.
It also touches little girls.
Oh man, Jesus, okay. All right,
Where did we go wrong?
Yeah, dog. But
Yeah.
creep. So we're
gonna have to edit that one.
yeah, that one's gonna be for the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
The
no,
Patreon.
"Step in the Name of Love" is the song that I still play. Yeah,
my
dog. Look,
God.
man. There's some times, dog, where you have to.
banger,
Yeah, dog.
banger.
You have to
dude.
bend the rules sometimes, dog, and that's
So
a
you
song you
play-
bend the rules for because it's a safe song. It's not. He's not talking about.
Step in the.
It's
name
more like a
of-
birthday. Oh, I know it's somebody's
Ooh,
birthday.
Mike. That's a heater,
And
bro.
I know one thing's for sure. I'm gonna put on my. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't talk about nothing.
Yeah,
no bump and
yeah.
grind.
I get
no
what you're
key in the
saying.
ignition.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you
Stretch
know,
navigator.
So, yeah, none of that. No
Yeah.
catering. Nothing, dog.
He's
It's
not gonna
dancing
cater
shoes.
anything.
He's not There's no nah. You put on your dancing shoes and then you're gonna hit the flow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dog?
Okay.
And step in the name of love.
Pedo love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, come on, damn it, man! Come
on, let's push the envelope. Let's get
No,
crazy.
that's fine. I'm saying like I want to keep playing it, so
Dude,
don't say that. Because
what if a parent calls you out on that though? Are you
No,
gonna,
I don't think anybody.
or
no.
like what if somebody calls you out on it? Like,
Bro,
like
do
you're
you-
playing a rapist.
Do you
know?
remember? Yeah, no.
Do you feel bad about
It's
it?
never happened, but it's step in the name. That's what I'm saying. Step in the name of love is safe. Like you play it and nobody bats an eye. I've played a nobody bats an eye. I don't play it all the time. It's not like it's part of my prime time. Fucking, you know what I mean? But I've played it before.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
And
right,
nobody said anything. But do you remember? I don't know if you remember this because I mean you're not a DJ, but like when we used to like make other like of our boys that are DJs like do R. Kelly sets like in the thick of it.
That's a troll.
yeah.
Yeah, because they
dog.
banned it. They said no more. Like you can't do this.
Well, no, they didn't ban.
I mean,
they
but
didn't
you know
ban
what I
it.
mean? Like it was like
But
it was like
unspoken
canceled.
of.
It was like
yeah,
canceled.
it was canceled. And
Cancel
I was
culture.
like, oh, you won't do an R. Kelly set. And all of a sudden, all my boys were like sending pictures of them playing R. Kelly, dog. And I'm like,
Yeah, but here's the thing. Step in the Name of Love is what you say. It is a safe song.
it's a safe song and it's a fucking beautiful song.
But it goes, it goes down to the say, like, at what point do you push the limit as to what you're gonna pay before somebody starts fucking canceling you on it?
They throw a tomato at me. No, but that's it. I won't play. Like if I play bump and grind, somebody's gonna say something,
Oh,
right? Like, and he has other signs. Like
Bump and Grind is rough.
that's rough,
Like,
dog.
my
Satisfy
body's
you.
telling me
with Diddy.
no.
There's
Like,
a lot of
just
songs
the
that he
intro.
has,
You're
right?
just like,
There's
ugh, I feel
off rip.
uneasy.
Yeah, I had to delete it. I deleted it. I did. There's only one R. Kelly song. Even Fiesta.
Ooh.
Yeah, dog.
Dog, is that he?
And he had you know what I mean? Now
those
it's
are
like
bangers, my
and there's
boy.
no they're irreplaceable bangers.
Yeah.
Dog. Like I sometimes think of it and I'm like, oh man, this would have been perfect right now. Like, why'd you have to pee on the girl? Like, you know what I mean? No, but you know also what's messed up, and we've gone
Christ
so far
almighty.
off. You know what's also messed up? People knew that he did this for years, bro. He married Aaliyah in what 92 when
Yeah,
she was
like
15
15. She
years
was like
old.
15,
They've
yeah.
been doing this.
Yeah, but I believe I
now,
can fly.
all of
though.
a sudden,
But I
Twitter
believe I
comes
can
out.
fly though, dog.
What do you
I
mean?
believe I can fly.
Yeah. We had to like let it, we had to enjoy it for a little bit.
yeah.
Eventually, we
Show
knew.
me the proof. It's the remix to it.
Bounce, bounce.
Yo, bouncing,
Yeah,
my boy.
that's the thing. No, that's probably what happened though. It's like,
Yeah.
he keeps putting out bangers though. So
Yeah,
let's keep it
that's-
rolling until eventually the buck's gonna stop. But let's keep it. You know what I mean? Let's enjoy this for a little bit. That's
1000%.
probably what happened. Honestly,
But that's the separation of to tie it back into this.
Yeah. How do we do that? Let me see this.
That's the separation. That's the only time where I genuinely like don't separate. Like, for instance, there are people out there that be like, oh my God, like, as an example, like a soccer player or a football player or whatever, like, this dude, like, I don't know. Think of somebody that's like tenacious that everyone kind of hates off court or whatever, but on the court he's a badass.
The chamaco from the Memphis.
Who? John Morant.
No, not John Morant. The other one.
Who?
The other guy. The one that was doing the little dances and all that stuff.
I don't know.
He just left. He went to another team. I forgot his name. What can you?
Creep. Get on the Memphis.
How did I just forget that? It starts with a D.
Who, man?
Memphis Grizzlies forward. But
Yeah.
2022 because he left. I don't even know where he went. I forgot where he went. He might have gone to the Hornets or something. How did it? And I'm sure that if the two people that are going to be this far into the no,
Xavier Tillman,
no,
Jaren Jackson,
no.
David Rodgers.
You're looking at people that are on the team right now.
It's abysmal.
Last year.
Guys,
Last
it's
year,
abysmal.
dog,
It's
last
abysmal.
year.
This executive what?
2022.
2022. Look at the
Okay, it doesn't
2022
matter.
roster.
The point I'm trying to make is
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks. Thanks, Creep.
Yeah, thanks, Creep, for nothing.
Anyways. Yeah,
it's
like that,
It's
like
like a
Dylan
Dylan Brooks. Like you have to separate that person. So for the most part, most celebrities out there, I don't care about what they do outside of like work. So like when I told you like you're like, oh, but Jada and Will are important, and I told you I don't care what they are as humans because I have no contact with them. I have no interpersonal relationship with them, so I could care less. I look at them as the dude who was in Independence Day.
Yeah.
The dude is it. So
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's
but
why
like you don't look at these people and you're like, damn, man, I respect so much how good they are because
Yeah.
what it is I respect like okay, Will Smith. If you know a little bit, I mean, I'm sure you do, but like he was rapping and then he started acting and he said it himself. He was like, bro, I wasn't a good actor, and he spoke about a lot about how hard he worked to become that type of actor and like how it just like you worked so hard, dude. Like, how can I not show you some like love and respect? And you know what I mean?
I separate myself from that. For instance, like my favorite actor of all time, which is everyone's favorite actor of all time, but I'm like a huge fan of him, is Leonardo DiCaprio. I love his movies,
Right.
but as a person, I don't really know how he is. Like, is he a cool dude? Like, can I kick it with him at the bar? Can I do this? Can I do that? Like, is he a genuinely good person? I have no
But
clue.
you're never gonna know, but
Yeah.
you can still show like respect.
No,
you know what
but
I mean?
I do
For,
as
like,
an
his
actor.
craft.
As an actor, I do, but as a person, I don't know who he is, so I just don't care. And that's mostly why I don't care about pop culture. And that's to tie it back into this shit, like why I genuinely don't care about the topic of Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. Like their personal life means zero in my life.
Okay.
Now, if they come out with a movie or a documentary about love and they're super whatever.
It's like a R. Kelly movie where Will Smith plays R. Kelly and Jada plays the little girl.
Oh my God.
Like that kind of movie.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Oh man,
Oh,
dog.
man, that was
I'm
an
never
easy-
gonna be able to like advertise
getting-
a product.
Yeah,
I'm never
yeah.
gonna be able to do nothing in life.
We're
dog.
getting canceled 1,000%,
Yeah,
dog.
Whatever. Here we go.
But the point is
Yeah.
of what I was saying is that I don't care about that. But here is what's trending. I guess at some point, Jada Pinkett Smith came out, and again, I'm probably off, and
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
misquoting
fix it
this.
for you,
but
'cause I know.
let's just okay. She said that she hasn't dated Will Smith or hasn't been in a
Been
relationship
married.
hasn't been married to him or whatever it is for like 5 years.
5-6 years, something
5,
like
6
that,
years.
yeah.
So this whole time they haven't. So that whole like Oscars explosion of him like doing all this shit was
for
worth
naught.
for nothing, which is like crazy.
That's so, like- and
so cringe.
You know what's even worse is that it's what I don't know how to say the word because I'm Hispanic and I don't know how to say it. Unsolicited. Did I say it right? It
no,
was
you're good.
unsolicited. Like she didn't come out and like she wasn't asked like, are you guys married or like whatever. They asked her about that particular situation and she's like, you know what's crazy? We're not even married. Like,
Damn.
dude, you didn't like you could have just been like, yeah, I know, it was a tough, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it was a tough situation, and I didn't expect that. And you
she,
can
like-
still be like, yo, it was wrong, but come on, you could
Yeah.
save that piece of information.
Yeah. Not necessary.
It was because you make the dude look dumb now, bro. Even more dumb than he did when he did that.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah. And here's the crazy part about all that shit. Like, she's done it on so many occasions. Like, the last I heard of this shit, which, again, is just pop culture news, was, like, she was saying that, like, she still loved, like, Tupac. Or whatever. That's from what I understand. And I'm sitting there and like
It's getting weird now.
Yeah,
though.
it's getting super weird.
Yeah.
And then I saw another clip of him like defending or how he dealt with his wife still like having love for a dude who like she loved back in the day. And then he was just like, yeah, like when you know I was the Fresh Prince and he was Tupac and like I had to deal with it this way because she like was good friends with him and all this shit. And like he's just sitting there and being like brutally honest about it. And I'm not trying to make the like victimize the dude because he's still kind of a douchebag for slapping Chris Rock about that shit. But like you're out here like putting yourself out there and you're doing the most to like tell the truth, vulnerably truth,
Which is,
about
I mean, I guess that's
nobody
cool.
does. Fool,
Yeah.
like nobody.
Yeah.
I've never seen publicly another celebrity be as truthful about his marriage and what's going on. And maybe there is. I just haven't seen it. Like Will Smith, like you're out here defending him like on radio shows, talking about like this is what I had to do to get over that insecurity, and like this is what. And I'm like, dog, that's crazy.
He did it so much that for a really long time, people were like, Jada and Will are like the model relationship. Like
Yeah.
J. Cole, that Jada and Will love.
That Jada and Will love,
You know, he's
yeah.
not even saying that line anymore.
Yeah,
There was, I don't know if you saw that video.
What?
He was performing the song, and like when that part came on, he just like stayed quiet. And yeah, I mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
nobody wants the Jada and Will love. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want that Jada and Will love.
No,
my boy.
and one thing you didn't talk about was what about when she did the whole entanglement thing? Do you
Oh,
remember
I know.
that?
I didn't see. I don't know about it.
Babel. So
okay, just
there
brief
was
me
like,
on it.
I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know when it was, but it was 4 or 5 years ago, whatever. She came out also on her little show on like the Red Talk or whatever, and she was saying she has like a podcast too.
Oh, okay.
Show, whatever.
Who doesn't have a podcast?
Right.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
And she was talking about how when she was like on break from Will, that she got into she called it an entanglement with this other
What's an
artist.
entanglement?
Whatever it was basically she was having sex with the dude, and it was like a friend of the kid, Chamaquito.
Ooh,
Jaden.
her son?
Yeah.
No.
Obviously he's older, and you know it was this dude August Alsina. He's a singer. Didn't really make great music. I couldn't name you one of his songs, but he was popular. Like I guess he didn't make good enough songs that he was popular and stuff like that. And he was like a family friend through the kid. And he was a young dude. He's a young dude especially at that time. And apparently she was jamándoselo. And she went and talked about it, dude.
Oh my god.
And she was like,
dude.
yeah, this. And no, check this out. And here's my big surprise. She was talking about it across from Will for the first time on camera.
No, dude. No.
Yeah. So Will, you've never seen that picture of Will kind of like sitting there like with glassy eyes?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was because they
Oh,
it's like
was that
they put the
it?
camera on him and he was like, you know, that face. You know?
Oh my.
So she's been
goodness.
embarrassing this dude forever, dog. And even at that, people were like, okay, well, you know what, things happen, blah, blah. Then the whole thing with the slap happens, right? And, you know, we all make mistakes, man. It is what it is. I don't really think he's a douchebag because of it. I mean, it was a douchebag move, but I don't think he's a douchebag because of it. We make mistakes, whatever. He might have been drinking, probably had some of that $1.5 million scotch. Who knows? You never know.
Full circle.
Yeah. And, you know, so this whole thing happens. And now then on top of that, to add already like, oh, you've been on Tupac for years now. Oof. The whole entanglement thing.
Oof.
And encima, you want to come on and be like, yeah, I don't know why he did that. We're not even married.
Oh my. Oh, this changes everything.
Yeah. So now
dude.
what's happening is people are not liking Jada.
Oh, like
they're
it
getting
turned.
over
The
it.
tables
Yeah,
are turned.
the tables have now turned, and now it's like, bro, like, what are you doing?
Oh
You know what I mean?
my god! But you know what, bro? And this is like I have such strong feelings about it. Like, as much as I am 100% exposed to social media, I do these YouTubes. I go on YouTube, and you know, even like my boy Creep Dog, we always have this thing where he always will say, "Man, I think that someone's gonna recognize you today in downtown." And I was talking to him online, like at a bar, like having a beer, and I'm like, to me, that's just the most genuinely awkward moment of my life.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, because I
I've seen it
don't
happen.
know what, like, if it's a boy, like if you're like one of your boys come through, like, yo, this is my boy Gus. I'm like, oh, what's good, boy? Like, what's good, you know? But when it's someone that you don't know and yet they know everything about you, it's this very, very very strange. I can't stress to you how awkward it is.
But what did you think was going to happen?
No. I'm not. I'm grateful for it. And I'm
Yeah.
grateful for the people that watch the show, or whatever. But it's incredibly awkward for me to deal with that, you know. And it's because of this social media world that's happening right now. To further my point, as much as I am in front of everyone and they talk to me and I could talk to them about like product reviews and what my opinions on this and this podcast and stuff like that, my personal life is so not on anywhere else. Like, I'm not that guy that goes places and like posts about what I'm doing or what it is. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but just because I understand, at least for me, the invasiveness that is social media and the invasiveness it is for you to spread your business about whatever it is that you're doing.
You don't know how people can twist it. You don't really know all kinds of sickos in the world.
You just don't know like what's happening. And ultimately, it doesn't matter in the real life things. Like, I had, my girl was here for 3 weeks. She came from Australia, and we had this conversation where it was like, do you post me or do I post you or whatever, and all this other bullshit. And my genuine response is not about like what I think other people are going to do. It's just because that's my life, bro. It's my private life. Like, we had a conversation about parents that post kids. If that's what you choose to do, great, awesome. But you won't ever see a picture of my kid ever. It's never going to happen on social media.
You're absolutely right about that.
You know what I mean? And it's not because I'm saying that one is right and one is wrong. It's just what my personal thing is.
Yeah,
but
I agree, though.
I do not like to bring this false world that is social media into my actual personal life, bro, because the thought of it is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And Jada, in this particular case, invites the entire world into her personal life and into her personal problems with this dude when it shouldn't be that way. And if you are having an entanglement, my dude, if you're just fucking this, if you're doing the remiss to ignition, R. Kelly style, on your
mind's telling me no.
on your son's, friend, don't tell the world. What difference does that make?
But like you said, there's no right or wrong with social media and what you choose to share, right? But not at the expense of someone else. At least, if you want to share your stuff, by all means, if that's what you want to do, that's on you. You said there's no right or wrong, but don't do it at the expense of somebody else.
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
Because like he's probably chilling, having Fruit Loops in the crib, and all of a sudden he's trending on Twitter. And why? And then it's like, bro, I'm still trying to he's already trying to move past this particular situation that happened, and now she brings it up with a cherry on top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Cool.
for those people that sit there and like think that they're completely invincible to what other people's opinions are, I think it's crazy. Like, I think that that's completely 100% not true. Like, there's some people that go out there and like, oh, I don't care what people think about me. I don't care. And yeah, to a certain extent, I think that is true, but it doesn't matter. It's human nature to want to please people and to want to know other people's opinion on you, because even in like a subconscious way, it's our insecurities playing in on our.
That's all it is. Yeah.
So, for something that is a private conversation that you and your wife have because of this and this and this, now invites a billion people to put their opinion on the internet. And whether he admits it or not, that has weight, bro. And like, that is something that he now has to deal with just because his wife decided to just spread it on some podcast or spread it on some show. And now our stupid asses are giving our opinion on it when I could give a shit on Will Smith and Jada. Like,
and here we are sitting here.
And here we are talking about it. But it really just boils down to like, is it her just wanting attention? Is it like for real? Because if you did think it was so crazy, then just say it. Then don't say it. Just don't say it.
It's not like they asked, like, hey, were you guys even married?
Oh, and by the way,
yeah, legit, it was like that.
Yeah,
like,
but
it baffles my mind.
But it boils down. It just boils down to, bro, like how much social media and other people's opinions and likes and attention and this and that have a stranglehold on people. Like how much you are willing to give up on your personal life, how much you're willing to do. Like, I've gone to places, I've traveled a lot, and I've gone to places where I genuinely see people traveling, not because they are enriching their lives, not because this is an insane experience that's happening. It's because they get to put it on the gram, bro.
It's for the gram.
I recently was in Ecuador. This actually fucking happened. I was in Ecuador. I put very basic things and I put it the next day so people don't know. And again, I'm not trying to be paranoid or a conspiracy theorist, but like, I don't care. At the time, I'll record something and then I'll just put it away. You know what I mean? And then the next day when I have time, maybe like on some downtime, I'll put the stuff up on Instagram because my mind is relaxed and I'm not in the moment anymore. It's outside of the moment. I could care less. I remember going to Ecuador and there was this expedition that you would do. We were in the Galapagos Islands and it was 2 volcano cracks. It was called Las Grietas. If people know what that is, it's basically 2 cracks in the Galapagos Islands, and the fresh water runs through, or salt water runs through it.
Oh, I think
and they're filtered through these rocks, and it's this beautiful. If you guys can at home Google Las Grietas in the Galapagos, it is beautiful, bro. And I remember sitting there with my boy, and we go there, we get like this underwater camera, we jump in there, bro, and it's like I'm like living, I'm going down there and you see like this deep crater and there's like these, sea turtles coming out, and I'm just like, bro, kill me, dog. Like I could die and I'm like completely fine doing this. Like it was incredible. And there was this one girl that quite literally could care less what she was doing. It was like her taking off her towel and then jumping into the water, and then she would come out and then she would do it again, and she did it like 6 times, bro.
Oh, to
and
get
it was,
those like little
and then
videos,
and then she would get like angry at her man because he wasn't getting like the angle right, or he wasn't doing this or whatever. And then she would like talk in front of the camera while she was in the thing. And then when it was all over, she just got up
and left.
And I sat there and I was thinking, I was like, bro, you came all the way to the Galapagos, all the way over here, just to sit down and take pictures. And if I were to find her on the gram, because I tried to look her up like through geolocation, if I tried to find her and you were to look at her Instagram post, she had a trending song. She probably had a trending song, super edited, her jumping into the water.
Only her there by herself.
Yeah. And it was this beautiful experience. But if you actually saw what happened, she was quite literally doing it for the gram, living just to tell the story and not to actually experience it.
And here's the thing. With social media, I don't knock it. Maybe she is an influencer and she makes money and that's her business and she has to do things like that.
Oh, I never thought about that.
But I think about that. But at the same time, and I was going to say that, but then you said that she packed up and left. Mm-hmm. Like, you can go and shoot your video, right? If that's what your business and you're an influencer and maybe you have products.
I never thought about that.
Whatever the case is, do it, but then enjoy it after the fact. Like, I'll be like, yo, I'll take my girl and be like, oh yeah, if I was an influencer, hey, let's go here. We're going to have to do these videos real quick. But then after that, we actually enjoy it and do all this stuff. Yeah. But then you packed up and left. That's when I'll judge. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I don't knock people like, that's their hustle. That's their hustle. Like, there's people that really just say like, oh, people are, influencers and this. Like, I don't knock that at all. But like, also, man, like, be in the moment too. Like, also take advantage of you being able to work.
Yeah,
because that's what it is. It's work, right? If she, assuming that she's an actual influencer, not just like somebody that's maybe just doing actually doing it for the gram, which is what your point. So I'm not trying to knock. I mean, not that point at all, because it could have just very well been some broad that just literally wanted to do it to impress her friends or whoever. So that could have been the case too. But I'm just saying, in the other case, dude, you have a beautiful opportunity to like make money and also enjoy just this experience that you said was like magical, and like you just packed up and left. That kind of sucks, man.
Yeah, it's just, I get what you're saying. I never looked at it from that perspective. And if it is her hustle, I wouldn't want to knock her hustle. Right. Because I get it. That's why I don't like when I see people like in Miami, and we have a very Instagrammable city. They'll walk in and be like, oh, I'm in Miami. And people will be like, oh, what a stupid ass influencer. But like, if she's making bread, then do it.
And chances are a lot of these people probably are at least trying to do it.
Man. Do it. Like, I got no quarrels about that.
But anyways, that whole Jada and Will.
Crazy.
That's a horroroso, dog.
Well, we were supposed to do 5 topics. We ended up just doing 3.
I told you. You wanted to do 10.
Yeah, I wanted to do 5.
We would have. This would have been a whole film.
Yeah.
It would have been like the Titanic or Avatar. It would have been like 10 3-hour films. I told you 3 was gonna be the max.
Gone with the Wind.
You and I know, dog.
Yeah. We talk a little shit.
And by a little, dog,
I mean a lot,
dog.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. We'll be back next week with 3 new trending topics. If we can get a guest, we'll get a guest. If not, it'll just be me and my boy Melo talking some trash.
Bounce,
Is that remix to ignition? Dale, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Dale.